Hey, this is Sarah, and today we're going to be making some beef stew. First off, we're going to need 3 pounds of chuck meat cubed, and if you cut it yourself, be sure you remove all the extra fat. And for seasonings, we have some flour, the miracle spice adobo, bay leaves, Old Bay, and thyme. For vegetables, we have 4 carrots, chopped. Everything here is chopped except for the pearl onions. I have 1 medium onion, which I've chopped, 3 chopped celery ribs, 20 ounces of pearl onions, 2 carrots chopped, 5 cloves of garlic minced. I have 6 cups of beef broth, 3 cups of Guinness, and I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. We're going to put all of our chuck meat into a bowl first. We're going to take our adobo and we're just going to sprinkle it on the meat, however much you want. We're going to toss it all, get everything coated. And this is just a mixture of onion, garlic, oregano, salt, pepper. So if you want, you can just combine all those spices, but I like to buy this just because it's easier. Next, we're going to take some flour. We're just going to sprinkle it over the dough, over the meat in the same way. We're going to toss it all together. Next, it's time for us to brown our meat. I have a Dutch oven here, and I put some olive oil in over a medium-high heat. So, I'm going to place in our meat. You want there to be a little space between all the pieces. The meat is browned right now, so I'm going to remove it with the slotted spoon, and I'm going to put it onto a plate. I put some more oil in the pan. I've removed all the meat, so now in go the yellow onion and also the pearl onions. I'm adding in also the carrots. Next it's going in the celery and also the garlic. And I let these carrots and onions cook for 5 minutes. Probably going to let the celery go for about 2. It's been about 2 minutes, so I'm going to take a little bit of our beef broth and I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to use this to deglaze the pan. I'm going to put in a good rounded tablespoon of tomato paste. I'm going to give that all a stir, get it dissolved. Then we're going to put in the meat, which we browned earlier. We're going to top it off with the rest of the beef stock. And the Guinness. Give it all a stir. I'm going to increase the heat on this so that it can come to a boil now. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of adobo. So, teaspoon of adobo, a teaspoon of Old Bay, about a half teaspoon of thyme, ground thyme, and a bay leaf. maybe 2 because these are pretty small. Stir that all up. We're going to do also a half teaspoon of cumin. Also going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt. And about a half teaspoon of black pepper. And we can adjust the salt and pepper later. It's good to add a little bit at the beginning and then taste it at the end and see how you want to adjust these seasonings when you're done cooking. To this I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Now that our stew is boiling, I'm going to turn this down to a simmer, so about to low heat. And now it is bubbling, so it is simmering. So I'm going to put the lid back on. We're going to let this cook until all the meat becomes tender. The stew has been cooking for 45 minutes now, so I'm going to add in the potatoes. I have a cup of cold water here, and I'm going to make a slurry so that this can get thick. And I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of flour to this cup of water. I'm going to give this a stir, and make sure that this water is cold, because if it's hot, the flour is not going to dissolve properly. Now I'm going to add this to the stew. This is going to make it nice and thick. Our stew has been going for about another hour, so now it's time to eat it. I'll get juice.
This juice?
No. And the juice from this. There you go. Have your plate.
I was just about to say, wow, that beef stew smells just like wine, but then I realized you guys just poured some.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we can cut that from the tape,
Guinness
right?
in the stew. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Want me to hold the camera, Dad? Because I know
Just put
that
it
once
in that bowl if you
once
guys
you
want
see
it.
that beef stew in your plate, you're gonna rush over there and drop the camera.
Yummy. Yummy stuff.
Right.
Hi.
Very good. Very good.
Thanks.
Tastes good. Very balanced the taste. Thumbs up.
Thanks.
It tastes better than Brand X.
Brand
That's the TTME approval.